try and save this coin for Shadow Flame he plays. I don't know, a good way to stop this from going out of control if he has Death Bite. Like, if he's got Death Bite, he's got Death Bite. It doesn't matter what minion we play, he's going to be able to make this guy go out of control. We could actually win this though, because we run double Hellfire, double Shadow Flame, and he's patient. So we may be able to just keep the board destroyed enough. Sometimes we got Dark Bomb off this. We got heal bots, we got heals. Could work. I think what we're gonna want to do here. And we're just gonna pray that this somehow gets a 3-mana minion, or a 3-attack minion. He doesn't have a slam or anything to kill it, and we're able to make this trade happen and be able to clean up.
Blood and
yeah, that's the case. Maybe he'll ignore it and we can get a Shadow Flame off though, that could happen. Big enough for the Shadow Flame to matter. Really. Alright. That sucks. We draw Power Bloom. Okay. I'm not seeing the out here. If this had 3 power, man, we could Shadow Flame and be right back in business all day, every day. But I guess 12, 15. We're not dead yet. Heal bot, stay alive. Not dead yet. Pretty damn close. No Dark Bomb, no Hellfire, nothing. We run double Hellfire, double Dark Bomb, double Power Overwhelming. Any of those would have been able to successfully clear the frothing. I don't even think it was the deck's fault at that point. I think that was just really bad luck. Like, come on, man. We run more ways to kill it than Reno Lock does, and Reno Lock always kills it. Damn, man. Alright. Okay, put in here. I don't know how we can keep it on the mech package with so few 2-drops, really. We just need things to start snowballing our mechs faster, and we need a better curve. So I feel like, although it's not as synergetic, I don't know, it doesn't synergize with the, whatchamacallit, the portal as much to run more lower drops, but I think we need to include some more lower drops in the deck. So we can have stuff going on in the early game. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of one of the heal bots probably. And just try and make our mech curve a little bit stronger. Maybe cut one of the Hellfires too. And then just try and get some Cog Masters in here for some early game board dominance. Maybe put in the second Fell Cannon so we have more mech stuff going on. So we have power mech turns. And since we're doing that, probably get rid of the Yeti because we need some more early games. We're looking at the 2-drop slot really is going to need some help. If we count Dark Bomb as a 2, we got 6. I'd like one more 2, one more 3. Let's put a Spider Tank in. Probably cut the other one, get 2 Spider Tanks in there because Spider Tank is a little bit better stat-wise than Harvest Golem because a lot of people run 2-3s and things and 3, like, I don't know. Harvest Golem just doesn't trade as efficiently as Spider Tank does. It does stick around for your potential Shadow Flames, but we have not been fortunate enough to have that happen, so. And at that point, I guess Emperor is really cute, but I don't think we're going to have enough cards in our hand anymore to make Emperor work because we're going to be just trying to curve out as much as possible. So I think we want to get rid of that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And then let's just throw in another 2-drop that could be decent. We could put in the Micro Machine if we wanted, but I don't think it needs to be a mech necessarily. So I'm looking more along the lines of maybe like Knife Juggler, Owl, Loot Hoarder, something like that. Something that can help us keep up with our opponent. Or maybe some Warlock cards. Maybe Dark Peddler. Dark Peddler's pretty sweet. It's a really solid card. Maybe Dark Peddler. If we put in a Dark Peddler... I want some Imp Gang bosses, man. Imp Gang bosses cost 1 with Summoning Portal, so they're really dank with Summoning Portal. So if we get an Imp Gang boss in here, get rid of this Chromagus, it's really big and expensive. Get another Imp Gang boss in here. Now I mean, like, we can probably win games without ever using the portal, which is kind of like why I didn't really want to do this, but we can curve out a little better and just mech on some people, and then we're basically just zooing them, and we got some portals and some mechs and some higher curve stuff in there. So it's like, I don't know. But I think that's kind of how you're going to kind of do it if you want to be running the mech package. You can't just like run mechs and then not have the board early on. Like, mechs are pretty much, you get the board progressively over a few turns and snowball them with synergies. So I kind of like the mechs being in there, the early game mechs and all that stuff. I don't think you can make like control mechs that uses mech synergies in the super late game. I think it's something that you progressively build onto the board. That's why, since we're going with the mech package, I kind of tilted it that way. Alright, next deck for the Doctoring. We have T-Barn 447. I swear this isn't Paladin, he says. So he's definitely linked me a Paladin deck list here, right? No, it's a Hunter deck list. We have Taunt Hunter. The latest, greatest, newest Hunter deck of all time. The Taunt Hunter. Alright. We got Sir Finley. We got Zombie Chows. Good old Control Hunter. We got some Freezing Bears. And we got some Mad Scientists. Makes sense with 4 traps like that. Unstable Ghoul. Not a bad card to slow down your opponent. Also has Taunt. So I can get behind that. We got Misha. That sometimes has Taunt. Power Shot. Not the worst removal spell in the world. Of the options for Hunter, it's actually not bad. Dread Scale. I love that card. Earthen Ring Farseer. 2 Earthen Ring Farseers. Shredder. So this is kind of like, I guess we're just going to be hero power on a lot. Well, I haven't gotten down to the bottom of the deck to see the win condition yet. Sengens. Double Azure Drake. Got a lot of value minions. A lot of value minions. Harrison Jones for that weapon removal. This isn't a lot of 5 drops. A lot of 5 drops. Hogger and Justicar. Good old Hogger. We got Justicar for the win condition for the 3 damage hero powers. Got him. And double high main. So just like mid-rangey value hunter. So our early game... Oh, we changed the hero power with Finley though, and then turn our hero power up, and then upgrade it. So we're just trying to play another class really. And from... So what is the benefit of playing Hunter? We get high mains, which are pretty sweet, and we get the traps, I guess. That's really what we're getting out of being Hunter with this deck. Because, I mean, at this point, if you're going Finley to change the hero power, and you're only using 4 Hunter cards, what is the point of even being Hunter, you know? Might as well play Warrior. Alright, let's see. I like the trap package. We got a decent amount of survivability early game. We're kind of lacking on 2s really for controlling the board. Our board recovery method if we lose the board from our 2 drops is Power Shot and Dread Scale, which could kind of work. We have plenty of 3s, plenty of 4s, plenty of 5s. So yeah, it looks like we kind of surrender the board early game on 2s and then try and use taunts and heals and our curve being a little bit higher than our opponents to try and outvalue them. And make sure we don't die with them, all of our minions being taunts and heals. Makes sense to me. Seems like it could work. Some people just want to dream. Yeah, I could see bows being something that we'd really want to include, because that's actually one of the better cards in Hunter. Bow's a great control card. If your opponent hits you in the face, then it triggers your trap, which gives you infinite bow charges, and you just infinitely heal your face and trade with their minions. So I'd like to see probably bows go in here, but let's see how it goes first. You got the Hunter Mirror. He's gonna be confused.
Let the hunt begin. Bring it on.
Hunter's Mark would be another control card that we're not taking advantage of. That card's pretty sweet, especially with Finley in your deck. You change your hero power to like Druid or Mage, and you can just 2 mana kill anything. Hunter's Mark. Alright. Well, he's not going to be confused very long, because he should be able to figure this out right here, what we're trying to do. What time would I stream Duelyst? Duelyst stream is going to start after this Deck Doctor. I'm going to take the Mage hero power, interact with the board really good, kill some Face Hunter minions. So, should be good. This is the last Deck Doctor of the day, so we have to get a win. That's the rule, right? We gotta go super try hard, figure out all the stuff, do all the things, and then when we lose, we have to blame the deck creator. Cap. This guy included the bow. Do I want to be Temple into the bow? I don't think I do. It doesn't really benefit me all. It just basically removes his bow from my 3-drop, but his bow doesn't line up very well against my other drops. So I'm gonna take this time to develop a freezing trap while I can, and just pass. Already missing damage. Dude, we are getting crushed on this damage race. We are not even close. We have no damage in the deck. We could upgrade our hero power with Justicar to turn it back into the Hunter hero power, you know? What? Ooh, bears. Alright, I'm gonna ping here and develop bears. Now we got some freezing bears. This is Control Hunter. We change our hero power with the Finley so that later on in the game we can change our hero power with Justicar to return it to the Hunter hero power, you know? Yeah, Hide Hill. I think Snakes might make an appearance in this deck. Without Juggler, Snakes has a little bit less synergy, but Snakes is really good for helping trade into things and then set up your power shots, trade into things, and then set up your Dread Scale. Probably keep an eye on. This is just like a Control Hunter mirror, man. That Control Hunter mirror, though.
Quickly.
What's wrong with Hunter's basic hero power? When playing a control game with the Hunter hero power, it doesn't really work out too well because your hero power doesn't actually control the board at all. So that's why we have the Finley in there to change the hero power, to find any of the hero powers that can help control the board. Alright, I want to play Belcher here over Azure Drake because I can't benefit from the extra card this turn, I can't benefit from the spell power this turn. So I might as well play the strongest minion I can play this turn, which would be Belcher. And then the following turn probably just lead up with Jaime. Yeah, it does upgrade. I was making a joke, because, yeah, Justicar upgrades your current basic hero power. So to upgrade Fire Blast to deal 2 damage, and I was like, yeah, we're back where we started, now we just Hunter people. God, sorry, it was a bad joke. What is my... We get the freezing off. No bears come out today. But, gonna make this trade instead of using the bow. He really values that bow, I guess, then.
Quickly.
No. Alright, so you fell with the bow, that's good. I'm not worried about that. Tons and tons of charges, so I don't mind. dropping a high main. Or am I? Yeah, high main's a lot better than Hogger. Hogger would just get farmed by this Lothar. Could have went with like a BGH Zombie Chow ping play, but because BGH ping actually kills the Lothar. I think this is better though. I think this is better. Yeah, it's like a control hunter mirror. He's running like King's Elec and web spinners and stuff, and hunter's marks. So and we're both controlling the board. Hopefully he gets that on me too. We may try and just hogger it out. Hopefully that's not bear. I think I'm swinging into it. Ooh, we can set up to start hero powering for 2. That's some dank control. It's not bear. It appears to be snakes. So let's make him trade with us. It's either snakes or dart trap at this point. We can get this hogger down and try and hopefully it sticks. I mean, all he needs is a quick shot or a kill command and he can kill it, but if it sticks, God bless. In the next turn we have Justicar to upgrade our hero power to deal 2 damage, and then we can start pinging things off for 2 damage. Not bad, not bad. Not bad.
I wonder.
And we'd get seriously punished by some dart trappage. Bo's gonna allow to trade with our hogger as well. Yeah. So we know that's most likely Snake Trap, which is really annoying, the fact that he got Armor Smith, because we can't kill it. We need to find our Dread Scale and such cards. Yeah.
Quickly.
He might have the Bear Snakes combo. Oh, there we go. Now we can let the snakes happen, I think. So we could just go Justicar on Stable Ghoul, make a bunch of trades. Yeah. No, unless this is Freezing Trap, then it gets super awkward. Maybe we should go. No, and then if it's Bear Trap, it's super awkward. We're in a conundrum. Snakes we knew about, and the other one is probably Bear. They usually travel together, bears and snakes. Yeah, it is the bear.
Welcome to the
Get that superhero power charged up so we can ping the shit out of 1/1s. Or really just overkill him. But at the end of the day, we're gonna be pushing the value game pretty hard because we got the Azure Drake, so we got the card refill. He probably doesn't run Azure Drake in his hunter deck, man. Why not pop the creeper? I really wanted to kill the Armor Smith. I don't know. Might be right though. Popping the creeper might be a little more important. Like, we're not an aggro deck, but in the hunter mirror, I feel like 5 or 6 life starts actually adding up. We gained a lot of life.
Quickly.
Alright. Does he have explosive grapple? Got unleash trade now? Good skill. That dies for free because of my dang trade. Bear happen. Does he have enough time to kill the bear? The animation time. Sorry, got it off. Yeah. Wow, this guy's got good APM. Probably versus a Korean. Oh, that's pretty sweet. I can use that to kill his huffer. I don't play Drake this time. Seems worth, man. Taking out that huffer seems like a priority. I don't really want to take too much more damage. Alright. Another Tomb Spider. What is with it? This is the second Tomb Spider off Web Spinner. No, he got a Tomb Spider off Tomb Spider, didn't he? No, he got the Dread Skill off Tomb Spider. Where did he get this Tomb Spider? He's only played one Web Spinner. He runs Tomb Spider in his deck and got a Tomb Spider off Web Spinner. This guy's going deep, man. This guy's got the value for days. He's keeping up with us. These Control Hunter mirrors get crazy, man. Alright, let's just do that. Keep it simple, right? Just fires off the Boombots at his face, but kills his dude. Yeah, I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. Oh, we freezing trapped it. Oh, okay. I get it now. It's alright, Well, we're sending him back too much value. What are we doing, guys? We're making mistakes. Can't let him get double Tomb Spider value. What is that? Firebat, Melee Lock it good? We're playing Control Hunter, but yeah, Melee Lock's good. That's really off topic, man. Pay attention, class. We are crushing this guy, though. Real talk. This Mage Hero power is really good.
I wonder.
Conjure Rhino. Those don't even get extra charge.
Quickly.
Prioritizing taking 1/1s to our dome. So, how many traps do we want to give him? Probably not a lot. So I think I'm just going to go with he's already played one Snakes. But at the same time, I think I'll just ping this off, play fair, hold on this. I don't really want to get it freezing trapped and try and use anything for it. We are running out of time though, so we do got to kind of interact with these traps soon. But I don't want to give him a lot of bow charges because I don't feel like getting whacked to death by an Eaglehorn bow. That seems like a bad game plan. So I'll be patient with it, try and exhaust his bow, and continue doing what our deck's designed to do, which is great. And he's going to continue to try and not let us do that. But we're going to stop his joust with this engine.
Well played. Quickly.
Come on, man, it's only fair. Love how he like thought about attacking after already playing. Oh, baby, there's the guy. We did it. Okay. To the dome. Okay. Get some bow charges, man. Yeah, enjoy that. And freezing. Okay. No bears. Alright, triple bow charge. Can use triple card draw. I don't have any burn in the deck, so I'm not too worried about it. We don't have a taunt up, so that kind of scares me. You could do some sort of like second unleash kill command sort of huntery stuff, but I think we're okay. We're at 16 life. I feel good about this. That was beautiful. That made it all worth it right there. All of that worth it. We saved up for that. We found the Jones. Made it happen. He has unleash kill command. We got it. Bear to the rescue. I'm barely alive. Okay, we got it. card. Who else is in our deck? It's a mystery to everybody. Take it. Alright. Control Hunter. That was actually pretty solid. We dumpstered the other Hunter. Like, the other Hunter didn't even stand a chance. We controlled his ass. We told him to sit down. Real Slim Shady was not standing up today. So I like our curve. I like what we're doing here. I like our curve. I do think the Unstable Ghoul held a lot of weight and actually made stuff happen. Bear Traps weren't the greatest thing in the world. Freezing Trap was really good. We don't run any Hunter's Marks, and I guess you've come to the realization maybe we don't have the card draw to support Hunter's Marks. That's why they weren't included. Justicar controlled his stuff, man. They kept him in the house. High Mains did work. Big Game Hunter didn't do much, but it had the potential to do stuff. I think it's alright. We have enough 3-drops in the deck. The 2-drop line, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you count the traps as 2-drops, so that's fine, I guess. We got the 2 1-drops, which are 3 1-drops, seems okay. I'm really digging your curve, man. Seems like you built this curve very nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the 5-drops, there's a few of them in there, which is a little concerning, but I like it. We could probably try and squeeze. I want to squeeze in a Hunter's Mark or something, and maybe a quick shot. I want to get bows in there. Removal options, because if you look at the deck right now, we do our own thing, and we do our own thing great. Our own thing's awesome. We're out there making Hunter happen with heals and taunts. Fantastic. But we don't have any removal for anything, so if our opponent ever decides to be like, I'm going to do a busted combo, we're like, alright, I guess we're going to sit there and watch this happen and develop minions into it. So I think we need at least some amount of removal besides our current only removal is Power Shot. And Dread Skill. And our hero power, I guess. So I want to see a bow. I want to see anything that allows us to... Because right now, if our opponent gets ahead of us on board and they're just like Emperor Thorsan, and we don't have anything on the board, we're just like, shit. And then we die. Like, so we need something to be able to interact when they try and make big plays like that. So our options for that kind of thing, we have Deadly Shot, we have Eaglehorn Bow. With 4 traps, I really like Eaglehorn Bow. I'm just throwing that out there now. But then we have Quick Shot is another option. We have Hunter's Mark with our hero power off of Finley is another option. And those are about it for the solid removal options. I mean, you got your Cobra Shot, your Explosive Shot, what have you, but those aren't great. Gladiator's Longbow. I'm definitely thinking Eaglehorn Bow. And that can take up this Animal Companion slot even. We don't really have a need for Beast since we're not running kill commands. I would rather have an Eaglehorn Bow on 3 than an Animal Companion oftentimes, because we shouldn't really have too much tempo on turn 3, and if we Animal Companion and it rolls Huffer into a mini-bot, we lose the game. So I'd rather have the Eaglehorn Bow, I think, in that slot. I like this Unstable Ghoul, he's cute. He was doing good stuff. I think we could lose maybe one of the Zombie Chows and just have 2 1-drops. I think that's an option. Zombie Chows are really not the highest impact card in the world, I don't think. And we have plenty of 2s that we don't even need too many 1s, I think. So I want the double bow in there. I want the double bow in there for sure. And now we can think about any other sort of removal package in slots in our curve that we kind of have too many minions in, which would be the 5-drop slot. I think we have a few too many minions in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't run Innervate in our deck like Druid, so it doesn't make too much sense for our curve to have it this 5 convoluted. So I can think about a hard removal option so that we don't fall too far behind something, or a silence option. So I want 1 hard removal in here and like 1 silence to kind of round it out a little bit. So I want to see this Belcher get gone, and I'm thinking Deadly Shot can be pretty effective, especially since we're trying to clear things. But I'm more of a fan of Hunter's Mark. We do have tempo cards in our deck like High Main and Dr. Boom. If we're able to like High Main and remove something with Hunter's Mark, or Dr. Boom and remove something with Hunter's Mark, that's going to be a tempo swing that just wins the game outright. So we did cut a Zombie Chow, so I think we can afford having the curve a little bit lowered by a Hunter's Mark and still get away with it. So I want to see the Hunter's Mark included. I like Harrison in there. I don't think we need Lotheb. Lotheb is really good with Hunter's Mark for some cute plays, but we're more value, tempo-y thing. I don't know. We don't have a big combo thing that we're setting up for with Lotheb, and Lotheb's a lot better when you're setting up a big combo. And I like Harrison for the ability to take things into the long game and really slow the game down. It just gives us another way we can play the deck aside from going from tempo. Because we have answers to things like Tyrion and such. And I would like to see an Owl if we can squeeze it in here. But with this many 2s, because we got the 4 traps, 5, 6, 7 2s already, it is kind of hard to fit an Owl in there and have it make much sense. But I wouldn't mind seeing an Owl. Wouldn't mind seeing an Owl for sure. We could lose a 6 trap, honestly. We have 4 6s. That is a lot of 6s. So we could lose this Hogger if we really wanted to. And put in an Owl to help us survive a little bit better against the early game decks. Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that. So I think we'll cut the Hogger, get the Owl. I think our late game's strong enough. We just need to get there. And I think the Owl's going to help do that and also be able to deal with Sylvanas and stuff. Because our late game plan isn't really value. Like, a lot of control decks, the late game plan is value. Our late game plan is tempo. We're still running Boom, we're still running High Mains, we're still running, like, Belchers, Drakes. All of these are great stat minions, and we're still trying to dumpster on people with tempo. So we need an answer to Sylvanas in our deck, because Sylvanas will just take away all of our tempo. So, that is how I would change the deck to do well in today's metagame. Pretty cool deck. We were able to crush an aggro deck, which it was just really sweet. I enjoyed it, man. Cool deck, dude. Alright, and that is going to be all of the deck doctoring that we were doing today. So now, we are going to prepare for the transition into Duelyst. I have, if you guys have not seen Duelyst yet, don't worry. I'm going to be introducing people to Lionar, which is another class in Duelyst. I'm going to go through all the cards of the class so you can see what you're getting into. I'm going to go through what Duelyst is, some sort of mechanics about Duelyst, a little how-to guide, how to play it, and I'm going to show you a budget deck that you can make and play on your first day playing the game. That also, I'm going to prove to you, can win at the highest rank in the game. So, all of the content you need to start getting to play the game, and then you can also get to the highest possible rank with a deck list I'm going to be showing you today. So, pretty sweet. Not pay to win, free to play. So, should be pretty sweet. So, hopefully you guys enjoy that, and hopefully the game works and everything's dandy. So, let's try it. Alright, I'm going to launch Duelyst now, and pull it up on the other stream. And let us see here. Boom. So we got Duelyst open. The deck I'm going to show you guys today is my Firebat budget, the Lionar budget deck. And I'm going to walk through all the cards of Lionar, show you how it works. Try and introduce people to the game so you guys can have a fun time playing and not be freaking out when you're playing Duelyst, being very confused. Because the game is pretty confusing in the beginning. It's definitely a challenging game to start getting into. So, I'm also going to bring back my guest from yesterday on the Duelyst stream for the, we did a Songhai yesterday, and we were able to win at S rank, the highest rank in the game, with the Songhai deck list that we showed yesterday. I'm going to bring back my guest, Shinigami Rap, keep me company. He's a Duelyst professional. So I'm not a Duelyst professional, I'm just your casual top legend player, basically. That's what S rank is. And he's a Duelyst professional, so he's going to have better input, better strategy than I do. So I'm going to bring him on the line. So Skype noise. Feels bad, man. And this may take a second for him to pick up. Alright, and let me tweet at the Duelyst people to let them know I'm streaming. Oh, just bear with me here for a second, guys. Maybe he is just dead, I don't know. He was here 30 seconds ago. What the hell happened? I apologize. Holy crap. Oh, did you pick up? Oh, there we go.
Hey, what's up?
Yo. Man, you take forever to answer the phone, man.
Hey, I was streaming. What are you talking about?
Oh, you were streaming Duelyst right now?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. So we're both gonna be streaming at the same time or something.
I ended mine.
Oh, okay. And sending people over here. You hit me with the big host then, huh? The super
Oh yeah,
host.
definitely.
Alright, so we're just gonna do the same thing we did yesterday and try and explain the game to new players and walk through Lion-R class today. So hopefully people enjoy it. I know you enjoy it. This is your favorite class, right?
Yeah. Besides Magmar.
Besides Magmar. The green dinosaur class. Alright, let me turn you up a little bit. Hopefully they can hear you. Alright.
Yeah.
So, perfect. The volume levels look good. Alright, so I'm gonna just run I'm gonna run one game with the budget deck so you can see how Duelyst looks. These are the game menus. This is the ladder button. You go here, you grind ladder like Hearthstone, you choose your deck. I want to play this deck. This is my favorite deck. This is Vitruvian, so this isn't the class we're going over today, but I'm just showing you an intro game to see how the game looks like if this is your first time seeing a Duelyst stream, which for a lot of people it probably is.
Vitruvian.
So, this is a mirror match, Vitruvian versus Vitruvian. And this deck's kind of like Miracle Rogue. I'm just cycling all of my cards to try and find my blast card, which just lets me do exactly what it sounds like. Blast off.
Fun games, fun games. I haven't checked to see if there are going to be any updates for anything. Any card changes.
Yeah, because the end of the month's coming soon, and they usually change it like every month, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get that guy. Let's replace this. Drawing 2 cards is good, but I can't do it this turn. I could replace it back to try and find it something that goes with this. I don't know. I want to draw 2, I think. And I want to just hide this over here. Hopefully I'm able to get this draw 2 off next turn. Oh, if I would have replaced it, I would have got the +1/+1 draw 1.
I feel like he's playing mech
Why?
because he's playing a Rocky Headhunter.
People just run this card randomly in every deck. They're like, it's a
Yeah.
Undertaker. I don't know.
But Vitruvian doesn't have any. What's the name? I don't want to say battle cries, whatever.
Opening gambits.
Yeah.
Like my grab boots, just to be able to start cycling my whole deck here. So every turn you can replace a card, and there's some cards that allow you to replace more than one card and whatnot. But you try and develop your board, and oh man. So there's a bunch of cards that remove things, there's minions that develop things, and there's synergies with things. You get it, it's a card game. But he was able to use his opening gambit from the Healing Mystic to heal this guy back up so my general can't attack it. One of the big differences from Hearthstone is your general, your hero, has a base attack and can be used for early game board control. So, kind of different.
I'm getting some people telling me that your game volume is really loud.
Okay. Let me try turning it down. There, hopefully that's a little better. Yeah, it takes a little bit to try and balance out all the levels for everything.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to switch while remaining live. So I can't really test anything. Let me pass back the first witch. I want to draw 2 cards this turn because my deck's reliant on having a lot of cards in my hand. So I'm going to draw 2 cards, try and find my combos that I'm looking for. That's part 1 of the combo I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Rush Cat plus a 3/3 plus Blast so I can just kill his entire board when I find it. So I'm going to place this guy down, I think, and try and throw back an extra card here. So still just trying to cycle towards my... There, this is the combo I'm looking for. Now I just got to try and get it in play. So on turn 6, I'm going to be able to play a 3/2, and then I'm going to give it +3/+3 and Blast, which means it can hit every minion in a line. So then I'm hoping to play it and then just deal a whole boatload of damage, kill like a bunch of things.
You're playing Ash in this deck?
Ash. What is Ash?
Oh no, it's Firestarter. I thought it was that thing that we played in Gauntlet. The fire drop.
No. Firestarter's not bad if you're able to secure down some of the things that cost make your spells cost less. Then you just like snowball them like crazy and do a bunch of crazy stuff. It looks ridiculous, which is why I like it. So you get some moments where you just have Firestarter tokens just covering like every square on the entire field, and your opponent can't play any cards. It's hilarious. All right. Well, no mana orbs are available, so we're not going to be able to get to the point where we can play things for free this turn. I mean, do the combo this turn. So let's mulligan this back. I guess I'm not going to use Firestarter this turn for sure, so I'll pitch that. That card does 2 damage to his general and everything around it, which doesn't help us in this situation, so I guess I'll throw that back as well. Got another tiger. Not the greatest thing in the world. I want to use this, I guess, to trade with this here, and I could use the tiger to try and clean some stuff up. I could give this blast right now and start using it to trade with things, because it did stick. Got a lot of options. Not a lot of great ones, though. He's positioned his minions pretty annoyingly.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to get this down and use the 3 card to give everything plus health and draw cards. So I'll put this here. I could replace another card now too, so I can replace this Charge Cat, because I already have this Charge Cat combo, so I don't really need it. And then I'll do this, draw the cards. Step over here, step over here. That trade. And make that trade. So he's got a lot more board control than I do, but I've been able to draw a lot more cards, so hopefully I have better options in my hand than he has.
I wouldn't call his little robot dildo board control. Wait. Oh, it might become something.
Well, we got
Maybe.
the silence here too. Give it +2/+2. This card synergizes with Dervish minions, and you can see underneath the title, or it's called an Orb Weaver, and then underneath that it says Dervish. So it works with those kind of cards.
All right, so it's really big now.
Yeah.
But you have the siphon, so that's good.
Yeah.
So it'll go back to being absolutely nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Now, what is the best way? This card's useless in my hand right now, so let's pitch that. That card could be useful for stuff. We could use this, can trade with that. I can use this to kill that if I want. I could use this to make that nothing. I could use my own third wish this turn if I really wanted to. I could use this and just trade with things. I think that's more of what I'm going to be doing. So I think I kind of want to cycle this right now and see what I get from that, and then decide on what I want to throw back. So let's do that. Probably throwing this back though. Alright, give everything plus health doesn't really help me much. We don't have any of the things that discount my spells yet, which is really important. So I'll throw that back, can't really use it. Another Charge Cat.
Well, should definitely siphon his guy.
Yeah, that's going to happen regardless. So that turns that guy into a 2/2. I kind of want to give this guy Provoke and just be annoying with it. I don't want to die. There's a lot of pressure on the board, honestly.
Well, you're fine. You're gonna clear out board. You're gonna clear the healer, and then
yeah. Yeah, and I still have a Charge Cat to combo with this, so I can have a 6/5 instantly appear and kill things from range without taking any damage. So develop a minion while killing his minion, and that's the definition of tempo.
It's gonna say, Entropic Decay.
That's a card you could put in your deck.
Some people have been known to use it somewhere.
Well, there's nothing to remove, so I guess I'm just going to establish this guy then. So...
Oh, cycle first.
Yeah.
Cycle rushes.
Yeah, probably. Awkward. Well, I want to run away too, because I'm at 9 health.
Yeah, he does play third wish, so... He might be playing weird cards, but he is playing good cards. So that means that tigers are probably in his deck.
And I'll just leave the 1/1 here, because he's probably not going to remove it, so that gives me another minion I can land this on occasionally if I wanted to. Nine health, but board control. So that's important. Even though we're not having the health, but we do have the board-ish. 5-drop and 1/1.
Oh.
He does run the tigers to go with the third wish, but he doesn't have the combo to use it here to kill our minion, so give all friendly dervishes +1 attack. Huh. Well, I'm not going to use 2 of these this turn. Just pass one of those back. Got some heals, that's not bad. I don't really want to use third wish to kill this, but I could use like this to kill it, and my face and buffing this. So I guess I want to do that instead, because I just want to have this combo in reserve, like to kill a big thing, and this isn't really a threat to me. So I'd rather not blow my whole load trying to kill it. Oh, we can do this now. So put that like there, I think is fine.
Do the spark wills, or whatever they're called, the spell sparks, are they Arcanists? I don't know.
Nah, these are
Canis?
just minions. So it's only going to be buffing itself, really. But I'm just trying to think how I play around like blast and stuff so I don't get screwed.
Just don't conga line, it's fine.
Just don't go.
Resist the urge to party.
So I just put this here, it seems fine. I mean, I guess I'm okay if the 2/2 plus my general gets hit. I'm scared, man. I have to stay close to him to do this. But I really want to keep these removal options ready for me. Oh man, we could do 9 damage in a blast now. That's pretty disgusting.
Yeah. Basically, if he doesn't kill a minion, I think he's dead next turn.
Yeah, pretty much.
3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You have 17 damage.
If the 4/6 lives, yeah.
But he does play Entropic Decay, so
He does have some interesting removal choices in his deck. Looks like he's taken that to the face. So we have 9 out of hand, 10, 11 with our hero, and 4 with this, potentially. Ooh, we don't have a Dispel in our hand yet, but we could find one. We can kill that with range. We could get him and the guy in the same thing. That's pretty nice. So, let us pass back what then? I want to be using this and this. If we're able to find a silence here, we have lethal. So I want to definitely pass back something to look for the silence. I could draw 2 cards and still use the silence. Maybe I just start with that. Then I'm not healing for 2 this turn, though. How deep do you think I should go for the lethal?
Wait.
I have 2 silences left
6,
in the deck,
9,
19 cards.
13, 14. Wait, yeah, you have game, don't you?
This heals him for 5. He's got 18, we have 3, 6, 9, 15, 16, 17. We're 1 damage off.
The struggle.
Yeah. I'm gonna start withdrawing and see if I hit the silence.
I was thinking of replacing over, like, drawing.
Oh man.
Oh
shit! I placed it.
What did you just do?
Oh god damn it!
Not like this.
I was supposed to place it here. Oh god, no! The misplays.
Not like this. Oh god. All right.
All right,
well,
we're dead. Good.
It was
The
a good
rope,
streak.
man. The rope. The rope.
Wait, what are you doing?
Okay. I'm done.
All right.
That was embarrassing.
That is Duelyst.
You think all of this stuff, and then the rope hits, and then you make one mistake. I put it. The mistake there was I put it next to the provoke minion. Well, no, the problem with the lethal is he heals for 5 because of the provoke minion. Provoke is basically taunt. You have to kill this minion first, and when that minion dies, it deals 5 damage to my hero and heals him to 5, and heals him for 5. So I needed to place it away from the provoke minion because you can't move when you're next to a provoke minion. So since this minion was next to the provoke minion, it couldn't move into the position where I could use the blast mechanic to deal damage to both him and the minion and avoid taking damage. So I needed to put it next to my Arcanist on the left side, walk it around, and then blast his minions that way. But I placed it next to the provoke minion, then it couldn't walk anymore. Anyway, let's go over the deck we're going to be playing now. We're going to go over the class of Lionar, which I think is a really solid class if you're starting off and want to start playing Duelyst. This is the class I would recommend the most to play. It's kind of like Paladin, I'd say. And everybody loves Secrets Paladin, right? So, starting off, you got the General. Much like every General, it's a 2/25, so it has its basic attack and can do its things. You got Beam Shock. This isn't a card that sees too much play, but it stuns, which basically is just like freezing in Hearthstone, so it's basically kind of like an Ice Lance, but no damage upside, and it costs 0 instead of 1. You got Lionheart Blessing here. It gives a friendly minion Zeal. Whenever this minion deals damage, draw a card. Zeal means the effect only happens when you are an adjacent tile to your general, so it has to be next to its general for this effect to happen. You got Sunstone Bracers. Your general gains +1 attack, so it upgrades its attack from 2 to 3. This is an artifact. That means it has 3 durabilities, and every time you take damage, you lose a durability on your artifact. When your artifact's durability reaches 0, the card's destroyed and just discarded. You got Aegea's Barrier. Choose a friendly minion. It can't be targeted by enemy spells. So I guess this can be used for setting up some sort of weird combo thing. You develop a big minion, you don't want them to hex it or whatnot. Aerial Rift. Give your minions airdrop this turn, draw a card. So this cycles, so that's pretty decent to note. It just replaces itself. And also airdrop means you can place the minion not next to your current minions. You can place it anywhere on the field. So that can kind of do some cute things. You got Arium Nexus. Give a friendly minion +3 health. Kind of like a Power Word Shield that doesn't draw a card for 1 mana. Pull any minion into the space in front of your general. So this can allow you to pull things close to you, things that are trying to run away. Positioning is everything. I could, like with this card, you could potentially pull a provoke minion away, so it's no longer provoking things and then lethal your opponent. Some sort of cute little things like that. Opens up the door for. You got your standard 1 mana 1/4 Silverhand Squire. Not a bad stat minion because it doesn't die to the general right away. That's really what you're looking for with the early game drops. You don't want them to be just farmed by your opponent's general for free. Then you got Sundrop Elixir. This spell is one of the like staples of the class, restoring 5 health to your minion or general. You use these a lot usually and use cards that get them back and just constantly pump health into your general. And then True Strike. Deal 2 damage to a minion. Kind of like a Holy Smite and what have you in Hearthstone. Not too bad. Good for sniping off some sort of the minions that grow when things happen or whatnot that people hide in the corner, or ranged minions that people hide in the corner, because range is a really annoying mechanic in this game. Then we have the Ezret Lion, and this is a minion. It's a 2 mana 2/3, which is a good stat line because it doesn't die to the enemy's general. And then it has Celerity, which means it can activate twice, which means it can attack twice, it can move twice, does everything twice. So Wind Fury, pretty cool. Not a bad minion. Alright, Lasting Judgment. Give any minion +3 attack, but -3 health. So you can use this for damage with your own minions to try and kill people. Or you can use this on your opponent's minions. So let's say they have a 2/3 out, like this Windblade Adept is on the field. If you were to use Last Judgment on it, it would kill this minion. So you can use it for removal to do 3 damage to something. So then we have a Light Chaser. Whenever any minion or general is healed, this minion gains +1/+1. And there's a lot of healing effects in the game, and a lot of people run healing effects in their own decks too, because you use your general to like trade with the board and hold board control because it's a 2/25 and you can use it to attack things, but then using it to attack things, you're using life as a resource, and then you use healing mystics or whatever, some basic minions to heal yourself back up. So this would actually have counterplay whenever any minion or general is healed, gains +1/+1, so it kind of counteracts your opponent's heal cards a little bit too. And you can heal in a lot of ways with Lionar. It is like Paladin a lot. There's a lot of healing. This card is probably the most busted card in the class. This card's insane. You get to destroy any minion and restore that minion's health to its general. So this is really bad if you're trying to kill somebody, But if you're just trying to get board control, this card is insane because you don't care how much they're healing for. You just care for the fact that you're removing a minion for only 2 mana on the board.
It's probably the best single target removal card in the game.
Yeah, card's crazy. And then we have Sunbloom. Dispel a 2/2 area on the battlefield. So this is a card to look out for when you're playing against Lionar. You want to position your minions that require being silenced, like your Rangers and things like that. Not all in one 2/2 area clump, because that's how they silence things, is an area like that. Alright, we got Sunstone Templar. Whenever this minion attacks or counterattacks an enemy minion or general, dispel that enemy. So it's like kind of like an Ironbeak Owl, but you got to develop it on the board first and have it attack things. Doesn't really see too much play. Tempest, deal 2 damage to all minions and generals. So kind of like a Consecrate for 2 mana, but it also hits yourself and your own minions, so you got to factor that into an account. War Surge, give all friendly minions +1/+1 for 2 mana. So if you have a bunch of things on the field, can really benefit you. Otherwise, not going to be doing too much. Then Windblade Adept, and this is a 2 mana 2/3, so a good stat line, doesn't die to the enemy's general, and then you gain a bonus effect when nearby your general. So if it's nearby your general, you get +2 attack, so it suddenly goes from a 2/3 to a 4/3. So it's basically a 3 mana card for 2 mana at that point. And then we have this guy, which I can't pronounce that name.
Arclight Sentinel.
Yeah, so that's a 3 mana 2/4, so not the greatest stats in the world, but it gives a minion +2 attack, but -2 health, any minion next to it. So you can use it on enemy minions, so you hit a minion with your general. So let's say the minion has 4 health, you hit it with your general, now it's got 2 health remaining, and then you play this on it, it will then kill the minion. If its health ever hits 0, it dies. Like, even from buffs and stuff like that, like, these sort of give it +2 attack, but -2 health things can kill things. So that's pretty handy for using it as like an SI7 sort of removal card. And then we got Divine Bond, which is like Inner Fire, give a minion plus attack equal to its health, just like a better version of Inner Fire, which can come in handy with these kind of high health minions that are in the Lionar, as you'll start seeing. And then Silverhand Knight has the provoke mechanic that we talked about in the last game a little bit, which means if minions are next to this minion, they have to attack it and they cannot move. And you saw the trouble we ran into with that. And it also has Zeal, so then when it's next to your general, not the enemy general, but your general, it gains +2 attack, making this a 3 mana 3/5, which is an insane stat line, especially for a provoke minion, because provokes are pretty handy in this game for helping stop people from running away and such. And then we have Skywind Glaives. Friendly minions nearby your general gain +2 attack. I haven't really seen this used too much, but if you have some sort of like Zerg or like a White Weenie sort of deck with just like lots of minions, maybe it can really help out, especially since a lot of cards have the Zeal mechanic, so they want to be next to your general anyway. Then we have Regalia, one of the legendary cards of the class. Gives your general +2 attack, and the first time your general takes damage each turn, prevent 2 of it. So that means if you were to, say, attack your opponent while wearing this artifact, you're not going to lose any durability because your opponent's hero only does 2 damage, and it's going to prevent that 2 damage. So you can start getting in situations where maybe you get 2 Arclight Regalias on, and they are able to block all the incoming damage and just never lose durability, and you just infinitely loop having these artifacts on without them ever losing durability. So it can get really crazy really quick.
Yeah, something about that, like a lot of people that they don't get, is the fact that it only blocks the first incoming damage, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the amount. It could be 1 damage, and only just block that 1 damage, and then you're open to take damage again.
Yeah, so even if you have 2 Arclight Regalias on, if your opponent hits you with like a 1/1 Ranger in the corner, and then hits you with your hero, then it's knocking the durability off both of them, because all of the effect was just used on blocking the 1 attack. So that's the counter to it, but then that means you're going to have a lot of minions in play to really deal with this artifact. Alright, and then there's Decimate, another legendary card. Destroy all minions that are not nearby any general, which your minions should all be near your general because you have so many Zeal effects. Then you got Holy Immolation, which is pretty much the staple removal spell of the class. If you're playing against Lionar, they're going to be playing this card. You're going to want to look out for it. It restores 4 health to a friendly minion, and then deals 4 damage to all enemy minions and generals around it. So it's just a big 4 damage AoE nuke to everything around a minion. So, pretty crazy card.